because you're sitting speaking in a country that's had an experience of a referendum. There are mixed views about using referendums in politics. What's the change to the California system that you've made that you think help them to be an effective instrument of participatory democracy?
So the referendum, as you know very well here, is a pretty blunt instrument and highly politicized. Same in California. So in California, you've had a system of referendums which has really shaped how California functions for good and bad, very often for bad, for dozens of years. And it's not dissimilar to what happened here with the Brexit vote. People put forward something that's fairly simple, big political debate, money in the US on both sides, fueling things, and a vote. So what we felt is you need much more deliberation. The idea of giving a voice to people, especially at a time when there's access in terms of technology, is not a bad idea. But there needs to be deliberation. And what we've put forward, and this is a little bit technical, it's a little bit technical, is that as opposed to having just a vote, we have proposed that before a vote is done, the legislature is allowed to look at things, propose an alternative, and that you have deliberative bodies, citizens' bodies, like juries, look at the issues and come up with recommendations pro and con on the issue so that citizens are informed. So at the end of the day, you give citizens much more information as to, let's say, Brexit. What does it mean? So it's not just politicians speaking and pushing their views, but it's citizens actually coming up with, these are the unintended consequences of, let's say, a Brexit. Before the vote, let's look at it. And then the question is, should it be a vote? Or should the legislature come up with a proposal? So you have a much more deliberative, much more dynamic, and less politicized debate. And we've already made one change in California that's very significant. So it's already, in essence, implemented. And I think we're going to go for a more updated version of it.